In this video, I'm going to be sharing with you the standout makeup products of 2019. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here though, I upload beauty videos every Monday and Friday, and I would love it if you stuck around and subscribed. Also, if you find this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up. I'd greatly appreciate it. I'm going to go in the order of how I apply my makeup, just because I feel like that makes the most sense, will be easiest to follow. The first thing that I'm going to mention is the face primers that I have to recommend. And yes, I said plural. Let me explain. Because towards the end of the year, I started using the Urban Decay Stay Naked foundation, which, spoiler alert, that's my favorite foundation, but keep on watching. So I feel like the primer that, at least one of the primers that goes the best with this, I mean, maybe I shouldn't have even included a primer, but one of the primers that goes the best with this foundation would be the Becca Backlight Priming Filter. It is the primer that I have on today. For the most part, I have the makeup products that I'm using in my recommendations video, so you can kind of see how they look like on the face. And this is a glowing, it kind of almost gives you a shimmer, which at first I was like a little scared to apply that all over my face, because I have really oily skin, so like I don't need help in that area. But the Stay Naked foundation is more of a mattifying foundation, and also maybe it's the time of year that I'm using this. I haven't used this in the summertime to kind of, I don't think I got this in the summer. I haven't used this in the summertime to kind of see how my skin does with it then. So then this primer might be a better recommendation. This was my 2018 favorite primer as well. I use this one a lot, but I did find that it paired better with the Urban Decay Naked Skin Foundation, because this one is a lot more mattifying. But I would say both of these were kind of standout primers for different reasons in 2019. The next thing that I have to recommend is my favorite foundation. I actually have two shades to show you because I have since been mixing the two to kind of find a better shade match for me. I mix 30NN and 20NN, and I find that it's a pretty good match. The 30NN honestly is fairly good, but I just find it's a little, like, just slightly too dark. And I've mentioned this before, maybe there is a better foundation shade that would match me. Maybe they didn't have the full range in the store. I can't quite remember, because there are 50 shades, I'm pretty sure. They have different undertones. That's another reason why I love this foundation. There's a very, very wide selection to choose from, but I find, at least at the time, mixing the 20NN and the 30NN is a fairly good match for my skin. So that would be the standout foundation of 2019. The next thing is the standout concealer of 2019. Well, actually I have two for several reasons you'll see. We shouldn't be surprised that I recommend the Tarte Shape Tape as my favorite under eye concealer. A lot of these products, I feel like they shouldn't be a surprise because I use them in a lot of videos, but also I'm very aware that I am not the only YouTuber that you watch, so you might not remember, you know, all of the products that I mention all of the time, but this concealer is great for covering up dark circles. Personally, I have pretty bad dark circles underneath my eyes, and I think that this does a great job at covering up my dark circles. If you're finding this video helpful, before I show you the next product, make sure you give it a thumbs up. The next concealer that I have to show you is a concealer for covering up acne spots, and I've had this for I do not know how long, but this is the Benefit Boing Industrial Strength Concealer. As you can see, I have used a lot of this, but a little bit goes a long way. It's one of those products. I think that this is around $20 full price, but it seriously lasts for a very, very long time. So if you are wanting a full coverage concealer to cover up your acne spots, I highly recommend the Industrial Strength Concealer. Once again, all of the items that I mentioned in this video will be linked in the description box down below with direct links where you can purchase them, just to make it nice and easy for you guys. The next thing is, I guess we're gonna stick with the face makeup theme, and then I'll go into eyeshadow and eye makeup theme, even though usually I do my eye makeup before my face makeup. But we already started with the foundation, so we're just gonna go down that path. The next thing is the face powder that I love. This is the Urban Decay All Nighter Setting Powder. Thankfully, I have a backup of this. I think I got this on sale, the backup at least on sale, because full price, it is $34, around that. Yes, I'm one of those people that memorizes prices of makeup because I'm that obsessed, but also I memorize the full price, and I usually try to find them on sale, and or whenever I can use, well, usually or whenever I can use a coupon. Whenever I can save some sort of money, I'm all about it. especially if I love that product, you know, obviously. The next one is my favorite contour bronzer, whatever you want to call it. That is the NARS Laguna bronzer. And I love this so much that I used up a full travel size of it. And I know that the travel size is smaller than the full size. I'm aware, but I also do have other bronzers to use from. And so the fact that, you know, I used up that travel size, I feel like is noteworthy. So thankfully I have the full size right here, and this blends beautifully. I really like the tone of it. I love this contour shade, bronzer, whatever. Cannot recommend it enough. I know that a lot of the products, or all of the products maybe, sorry, are high-end, but I just really love makeup, and I'm not trying to say that the drugstore makeup is, you know, not as good, but I just feel like I use high-end makeup more. So I know that, you know, this is a lot of high-end products, but especially whenever you can buy them on sale, that is, you know, a good time to obviously try to pick them up. Next one is my standout blush, and that is this Tarte blush. I have used a couple of the travel size ones before I finally brought a full size in 2019. So I feel like it's not necessarily a specific shade, although I do really like this shade range because it's fairly similar to the travel size blushes that I had from Tarte, but the Tarte Amazonian Clay blush in general, I love that formula. Blends beautifully, and I just really think that it works out great. So that's my standout blush of 2019. My standout highlight, I don't have the liquid highlight because I normally do pair this with a liquid highlight underneath. Well, I say normally because I got this at the end of the year, but the Tarte liquid highlight in Stunner, I like to pair underneath of the Ofra highlight in the shade Star Island. Stunning. I've used this in a lot of videos. It's just so pretty, and of course it's the highlight I have on my face today. But once again, I do have that Tarte liquid highlight on underneath. Just to let you know, I don't really do my brows too much on camera, but a brow gel, I do use a brow powder, but I just wanted to specifically mention the brow gel that I love and have been using a lot, so much that I basically rubbed off all of, you know, saying what this product is. But this is the Benefit Brow Gimme Brow in the shade 3. I think that it's a very close shade match to my natural eyebrow shade, and I just love that. Wanted to recommend that to you guys. Okay, now we are into eye products. Smashbox Shadow Primer. We really should not be surprised. That, of course, is my favorite shadow primer. And then my favorite eyeshadow palette, I actually don't have on my eyes today because I did use this in a lot of videos, but this is the Dosa Colors Friendication palette. And I know that full price this is $55, but the reason I love this is because you can create a very natural look, as you can see with these 3 shades and then this shade right here. But then you can also create several glam looks with this. For example, you can just have like this as your transition shade and this color all over your lid, or you can have this as in your transition shade and this color all over your lid, or you can have this as your transition shade and this color all over your lid, and then this is your brow bone highlight. And those are like 3 separate looks right there, well, actually 4, including that really natural one. Then you also have these 2 fun guys as well. You can also have this color all over your lid. Like, you can do so much with this eyeshadow palette. I love also the formula of this. This is especially like the mattes are very easy to blend, and the glitter shades are very pigmented. This one is more of a glitter topper, so if you like apply a different color underneath and then this over top of it, I find that to be the best way to wear it. Also, sometimes I have used this with pigment primer and then applied this over top. Like, you know, have a color, then pigment primer, and then this over top, and that also does wear pretty well because this is just, I don't know, it's not like as staying. It doesn't have the staying powder of like these 3 shades and like this one, for example. It's just like a different formula, just to kind of put that out there. But I love this palette and I really cannot recommend it enough. It's beautiful, lovely. I've used it so many times. And also the packaging, I'm obsessed with this. Like, I love this palette so much. So it's definitely my favorite eyeshadow palette of 2019. Now we are on to favorite mascara. It's not the mascara that I'm currently using, But my friend Sarah knows how much I love the IT Cosmetics Superhero Mascara, so she did give this to me as part of her Christmas present to me. Thank you, Sarah. And I just really love this mascara, and obviously I'm going to use up the other ones that I'm using at the time before I start using the IT Cosmetics Superhero Mascara. But I just find that it gives you great length and volume for your lashes, and I highly recommend that one. The next thing I will recommend is the favorite setting spray. That is the Urban Decay All Nighter setting spray. Today I did use the Tarte Stay Spray, and I don't think it's a bad setting spray. I think it actually is really good, but I think I like this one more, or maybe it's just because I've used this one more. But this just does really lock in your makeup for a very, very long time. So does the Tarte Stay Spray, but as I was saying, like maybe I like the Urban Decay one more because I've used it longer. I don't know, but you know, that's probably that is my favorite setting spray of 2019. Then next we have favorite lip products, and that would be the favorite lip liner is actually not the one that I have on today. Right now I have the Urban Decay 1993 lip liner, but I think I would probably say the Naked 2 one, because I was surprised at how much I love this shade. It's just so wearable. It's not too dark. The 1993 one is a little bit darker. Like, not mad about it, but just wanted to mention that to you. Naked 2 is just a great wearable everyday lip liner, and I especially love this formula of the Urban Decay lip pencils. They're so creamy and long lasting. Then the favorite lipstick of 2019 would probably be MAC Velvet Teddy. I wear kind of a wider range of lip colors, but I just wanted to kind of include a more neutral lip shade, because I don't know if I'd say it's like the favorite. Yeah, I guess I would say it's the favorite overall of 2019, but obviously like in specific months or seasons I might use a different color. But overall, I did want to recommend a great nude option to you, and that is the MAC Velvet Teddy. I do have this on, but once again, you know, I have it over a different lip liner, but I just think it's a great nude option. I know that I just recently did purchase the full size of that, but that's because the travel size that I had broke, so I have used it for a while just to kind of like let you know. If you enjoyed this video of favorite makeup of 2019, I think you'll really like also the favorite skincare of 2019. Just click the link right over here. Once again, thank you for watching. Feel free to stick around and subscribe, and I will see you in my next video.